told you that the hoi polloi in the streets out there, sometimes me and you included, are very lazy thinkers. When you tell them something that sounds logical, they believe it without interview, without investigations, without even a second thought. Let me tell you a beautiful story. How society behaves. There was a man called Ojwang. What was his other name?
Albert Ojwang.
Albert Ojwang.
Yes.
From the county of Homa Bay, the constituency of Rachuanyo. The public were convinced that he was murdered by the police in the police cell under the instigation of the DIG, isn't it? Nobody wanted to even review how Rigathi Gachagua has been talking about that DIG even before that day. Nobody wants to take a thought and say, if the DIG at his position wanted to kill Ojwang, would he go to his home with 6 policemen in official car, introduce themselves, tell his father and their names, then pick Ojwang, again take him to the nearest police station, again enter it on the OB, introduce themselves, again bring him to Nairobi, enter it into the OB again, and put him in the cells, and then kill it and come and give a stupid lie like the one I had? Do you think that would be done? But don't you think the story is slightly different from that?
But the police, as for the lie, I may not know other facts, but according to the official police report at first, it was said that he hit his head on the wall.
See, that's the lie I'm calling stupid.
And that later changed, right?
That's the lie I'm calling stupid. Let me tell you something. Whatever whether you believe it or not, in the police cells today,
yes,
if you have a very powerful enemy here in Nairobi, he will have you arrested, taken to Kamkunji. He will have a sodomizer sent into that cell, sodomize you, leave before morning, even when the OCS, forget about the Nairobi area police chief, does not know. It happened in Mombasa also by some blogger. This city, there was a story told by the Trans Nzoia governor, Natembea.
I remember that story.
Of an MP who was to be done like that in the police cell. So what I am trying to tell you, these police stations in and around Nairobi were already captured by cartels. And we can take you to the police station, have you killed, and the OCS learns about it the following day. But there is also something that has been happening in police systems. They are wired and conditioned to defend one of their own or themselves, whether they have done a mistake or not. That is, they are wired like that. And that is not only the police. Even watu wa pikipiki ukiwaona kwa barabara. Even if a motorcyclist decides to run on your way and you hit him, they will still come and defend one of their own.
And burn your car.
People are wired like that. Even dogs, everybody, they are wired like that. So that lie you saw there was unprepared for attempt to cover what the policemen believed it was done by one of their own, when it may have not been. There are 2 very dangerous people in the police cells. There is the sentry officer, the one who carries the key to the cell, and the duty officer. Because when it goes late in the night, only the duty officer remains around, and that man with the key, because he will have to open the cell if somebody is coming in or going out, and the duty officer to handle the duty. So if you capture these people and induce them well, they can introduce Dr. Kingori into that cell, introduce Jonte into that cell, give Jonte instructions to discipline Dr. Kingori kidogo, and tutamtoa. Right? Sometimes the sentry officer is also given some little inducement and told, we tunataka Jonte afundishe huyu adabu kidogo, tutamtoa. But Jonte has been given instruction to ensure you don't leave that place alive. So when the sentry officer finally comes to the door, he says, Jonte, toka. Anatolewa anaenda. But he has not even known that Jonte has killed you in there. Those stories I'm telling you happen in Kenyan police stations from independence. And so you who is out here, you are just like me, a very lazy thinker on public issues. Not even sure the government knows what I know. I'm not sure. But I'm just teaching you so that when you approach those things in future, you approach them with a very open mind. Let me tell you, you can know I killed him, but if you don't have evidence, you almost choose to keep quiet. Because the investigation levels are so deep that you may not understand. But them, they may understand, hii hata tukijaribu aje, we won't get the story. Or there's a certain level of investigations that touches some members of their system that probably they don't want to touch, so they leave it at that. But there's also this girl who was shot in their house. You remember? There's a girl who was shot in Kiambu during the riots. The bullet came and shot her in the house. Do you know how far was that house from where the riots were taking place? Kilometer ha. There's no gun in Kenya which can go that far. So this is Kenya. And I want you to go back and listen to the speech of the mother during the burial. Then you will know the mother did not even attempt to blame the police or the government. The mother squarely blamed the opposition who was seated there. Even told them, I hope you will not do such a thing again for political reasons. And the mother also told them, didn't you have a way of stopping this from happening? I want you to go and listen to that. You'll find it online. Kenyans, once we have decided that King'ori is bad and we have muzzled the media and public speakers and induced them nicely, we can make them paint a very innocent person a devil and have them sacrificed by Kenyans. It happens. So approach these things very carefully.
Whoever
the person
controls...
who has money, a lot of it, good money, can turn you into a devil overnight by rhetoric only. Politics, propaganda controls the media, and the media controls you. My brother. You see, there was this boy who was a policeman who was transferred to Todonyang after his utterances.